everybody. Hey, what I was going to do today is do a little video on reloading 4570s. Not sure why we all love 4570. It's one of the most popular calibers, I think, in the country. Really popular. Not really sure why, but we just love big guns. We love big bullets. What I'm shooting today is these are Acme bullets. They're hard cast powder coated, 350 grain, round nose flat point. That's a big old slug. Fun to shoot, but the reason I want to do the video today is I'm using 2400 powder, 25 grains, and I'm using a cotton wad as a filler. I've read a lot of stuff about you guys using fillers on 4570s. I did a little bit of experiment with this and it seemed to work really good. So I'm going about 1500 feet per second, roughly 1550, somewhere in there. And 25 grains of powder, of course, doesn't fill this giant case up very well. I've read all kinds of stuff about people using oatmeal, cream of wheat cereal, a lot of different types of fillers. What I'm using today, it's 100% cotton. It's a cleaning patch. So that's a 2x2 cleaning patch. Walmart, anybody has them. I've cut them into 4s. And then I just stuff it in there to go between the powder and the bullet. Keeps the powder to the back of the case. When I started playing around with this, my thought was it'd be a little bit more consistency. So I've just done a few of these test loads and they seem to shoot really good. 1500 feet per second with this giant bullet. Has a little bit of recoil. The gun I'm shooting is a Browning 1886 lever action rifle. It's the ones that was made in the late 80s, early 90s, 22-inch round barrel. It's a beautiful rifle. I'm going to do a video on that rifle here, maybe even tomorrow. It's got my day off from work tomorrow if the weather's good, but it's a beautiful rifle. Gotta give you a little background on that rifle. So I grew up and just loved guns. I was just one of those kids that was a gun nut. I just loved guns. I had a real good friend, lived there by me. He was a few years older than me, and I'll never forget, it was the spring of 1985. I was 15 years old, and me and Vaughn went to the gun show. That was like a national holiday for us. So, walked in the gun show, and one of the first tables I walked up to had a brand new Browning 1886 4570. I picked it up, and instantly I had to have one. 15 years old and a $700 rifle in the 80s. It could have been a $700,000 rifle and I'd have had about the same chance of getting one. Been really, really rare. I mean, I've never even seen one other than that one until just a few weeks ago, and I found one on the internet and bought it. Of course, it's skyrocketed in price. I felt like I got a pretty good buy on this one. Didn't have the gun or excuse me, didn't have the box or any of the original paperwork with it, but I mean, I'm a shooter. I'm not much of a collector, so I bought it. Haven't shot it much, but I mean, the fit and finish of those guns is just beautiful. I just love that gun. 22-inch round barrel, balance is really good, but I'll tell you, that old kid will kick. I loaded some other test loads up. Like I say, these guys are 25 grains at 2400, roughly 1500 feet per second. I loaded some with 28 grains of 2400, and that got them up to almost 1800. Holy smokes, I could tell a difference. I don't need them to go any that faster, so I backed them back down to this 25 grains, and we'll do some shooting with it tomorrow. But I want to show you how I put this wad in. When I first was thinking about doing this, I could not find a YouTube video on it. There's a lot of 4570 videos out there. I mean, the beauty of 4570 is there's so many powders that'll work for it. There's rifle powders. I'm using a pistol powder today. I've heard of using Trail Boss, Unique. It's just a really fun caliber because there's just so many things that work well in it. But I could not find a video on using any kind of fillers. So I thought, well, shoot, I'll just make a video and stick it on my little channel. And so let's get started. I'll show you guys what I've been doing here. Using a Dillon 550 press. Don't know how many of you guys have used Dillons, but tell you what a wonderful piece of equipment. Had this Dillon for just over 30 years now. It's been around here a long time. Loaded, I don't even know how many thousands of rounds on it. Can't even say how much. But it's been a great, great piece of equipment. Dillon is one of our last few awesome American companies. Here's my giant 350 grain bullet going in there. So when I'm loading these, I don't get in a big hurry. So I come over here to the scale. So I just go over to the scale and check those on those powder charges. I don't get in a big hurry when I'm loading these. So I stuff that wad down in that case. Hold that powder to the back of the charge. Fills the case, or holds the charge of powder to the back of the case. Fills it up, stick the bullet in. Like I say, with these 45-70s and these rifle calibers when I load, I just don't get in a big hurry. I don't shoot these much, so I'm going to show you. Also, I'm using a Lee factory crimp die. My dies are RCBS, but this crimp die just puts a real light crimp on it. Had really good luck with that. There's a lot of good reviews on YouTube, and a lot of the gun websites have really praising this Lee factory crimp die. I've had several 45-70s, and this is one of them I bought it probably 10 or 15 years ago, and seemed to have really good luck with it. Decided to do some shooting with these tomorrow. I think we're gonna have some good weather, so I'll do a little video so you guys can see how these shoot. So it's about the middle of November right now. And for me, this whole video and YouTube business is pretty seasonal. So anybody that's been watching my channel, got a ton of videos of riding horses, gathering cows. That's the season for us right now. We're done gathering cows. So I got all my cows home. All the cows are off the mountain. And so it's going to be pretty quiet with the cows and horses and things for the next few months. So that's when we do all the shooting. So I just sit that cotton cleaning patch on top of there. So I read somewhere on the internet or YouTube or something that if you use like nylon or synthetics, that it can melt in your barrel and cause you lots of trouble. So when I started doing this, I wanted to use 100% cotton. And that's what those are. So that's the last one I got loaded. So for whatever reason, a full bin of 45-70s just makes you happy. That is a happy sight right there. These look kind of funny to me. They look like lipstick. But I got a full bin of them, so I got, I don't know how many's there, 60, 70 rounds. So we'll go do some shooting with it tomorrow. So appreciate everybody watching. Hit the subscribe button. Thank you.